Dayo Adonyoba, Nini Wajiko Boy, back at it again. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a channel where we talk all things African culture, parenting and kawaida hood affairs. We wadao. Ikanairo sikuna. Mbebo kuna baridi. Ikanairo. Let me tell you. This weather kidogo ni kama it is asking for coupling up hivi, watu wapendane, hata kama ni ma-ex, manini, mtafutane, mpendane, msikie joto pamoja. But as you're doing that, please remember, every action has a consequence or a result. Na venye mnapendana hivi, mnaweza jipata ni wazazi wa mtu if you're not taking the necessary precautions. Na ni June. Next day, utakuwa ukitwa mommy, daddy. So today, our topic will be parenting. I, Wajiko Aboy, I'm a mother of a 4-year-old, a very dark and handsome boy. I love that boy too. I don't know. Look, Jana, if you touch him, you touch my heart. I absolutely love that boy, and I'm happy and I'm proud to say that I am his mother. And so today I am going to be talking about parenting. I myself became a mother at 19, which is a teenager, and I was not ready for it. But can you ever be ready for parenting? Let me just know. Can you ever be ready for parenting? I know you can be ready to have a baby because you can plan. Most of the time, you're going to find that whatever you are expecting, or whatever you had dreamt of when you were pregnant, or when you were planning to be a parent, comes out to be either a bit different in a positive or a negative way. For instance, let me give you an example. Maybe you are saying, this is a way I will be disciplining my children. But after you have that baby, Nasha Kuja, and you start using that way of disciplining them, you realize it's not working and you start using another way. And parenting comes with so many other things because these kids they need financial support, they need physical support, they need emotional support. And you being their parent are the only person they trust and know to give them all that kind of support, especially when they are very young, when they're toddlers. They don't know anyone else who they can go to for such kind of help and assistance. And parenting, I usually say that parenting is not a choice, it's an obligation. Once you have made a decision to be a present parent in your child's life, that is, umepata ball ama umepeana ball, and you have decided, you know what, I am going to be in my child's life, I am going to be present. It's a full-time job. You're always going to do it, whether you're in the mood for it or not, whether things are good on your side or not, you will be doing it. And you always have to try as a parent to do things whether your child is making you happy or not, because it's a commitment you make to yourself, to God, and even to your child. And you do not want them to ever undergo through something and they say, if my parent was there for me, this and this would have been different. Let it not be if my parent was there. Let them say, my parent was there for me, but I decided this and this. So we have different things that we experience as parents, and at times we do not know where to share, we do not have people to share with, because at times we feel like maybe I'm going through this because I have done this and this and I am not a good parent, and you're afraid of even saying it out there because you feel you're going to be judged. But trust me, for your mental health, you need to share these things with your fellow friends who have children, who are parenting, and they're going through the same struggles and the same journey, and it's going to be a bit easier for you. Is a learning curve. You have to unlearn and learn new things from also how you were raised. There are things that you're going to decide that you're going to change for your children's life, because you know, we as parents, whatever we do and our actions have an impact or an effect on our children's life. So probably there's something that was done to you or happened between you and your parent, and you wanted to do it different with your children. So that is where you have to unlearn and learn how to do it your own way. This is a journey that you have to learn by yourself. And as much as people are going to give you advice out there on how to go about it and how to do it, yes, it's very good to listen to that advice, but you also need to consider the kind of relationship that you have between you and your child. And one important thing that I think most parents, especially in our generation and the generations before, is that you have to listen to your child. It doesn't matter their age. It's important to listen to them, because whatever view and point they have has some meaning. You don't have to agree to it, but give them that chance and that opportunity to present themselves and say what they feel. And then you can make whatever decision you're making. Just try and give them that opportunity to be themselves and do what is best for them. Also, myself, I'm a single parent, and I would like to touch on that topic of single parenthood. And in this channel, when we'll be talking about parenting, I'm going to be bringing in different parents, single parents, parents who are just in a complete family setup, because we have a complete family setup which is made of a dad, children, and mom, and we'll be having such setups. But particularly for me, who is a single mom, I would just like to touch on kidogo about being a single parent. Most of the people talk about being a single mother. We forget that we also have single dads. And I would like to start with talking about what makes most people to become single parent, because you know, I have had very negative comments out here, and I'm surprised. Is it that people are illiterate, uneducated, or they're just naive? What is wrong? Because I remember I had this there was this question on radio: would you date a single mom? And there's this guy who called and he said, I would not date a single mom, because kama haezi kana baby daddy wake, who do I think I am to be handled by her? It just means she's trash. She can't deal with anybody. And I just want to put it out there right now that people are not single parents, because not everyone who is a single mother or a single parent is a single parent or a single mother because they were bad to their partners. Now, one of the reasons as to why people become, let me say, single parent, it's out of divorce. You find that the parents have decided to go their separate ways, and the kids either go with the mom or they go with the dad. So meaning that other parent is not present in their life. And in a case of divorce, there are people who decide to co-parent, and the others who just completely separate themselves even with the children. They forget that they are their own blood, which is okay. This is a channel where we don't judge people, because people do things with their own reasons. Another reason as to why people are single parents is death. You probably got a kid with somebody and they passed on. And you just decided, I am going to raise this child by myself. I don't feel as though I am ready to have another partner to help me raise this child, either because you're not ready or you just don't want to, which is understandable. Another reason, and this particularly is for the single mothers, is rape. You find someone was raped, and I know very many people out here do not believe that they are single parents or single mothers who come from rape. People are raped out here. At times you don't even know the father of your child, and you as a person just decide, you know, I am going to raise this child by myself, I have chosen to be a present parent in my child's life. Another reason for becoming a single parent is a choice. I have met people, women especially, who have decided, I never want to get married in my life, either because of the struggles they have had relating with their male the male figures around them, or they have just decided, I do not want to be in a committed relationship, but I want a child. I want somebody who can look up to me. There are those people who go by that. And by choice, it's also there was that you were in a toxic relationship, very toxic, and you just decided it's just best for me to leave and raise this child by myself. Now, I know this sounds a bit the same as divorce. Divorce is for the people who are legally married and they were raising kids together. This one for choice is you are in a relationship, you are not really married, but you found out that this relationship is toxic for me and I cannot do it anymore. And about toxicity, there's one thing I usually say. Don't get married to someone just because you have their child, or don't stick with someone just because you have their child. Number one, even if when a child comes to your life kind of stops kidogo and it's now about them, don't forget that if you have to be there for them, you have to be mentally stable, you have to be physically stable, you have to be everything stable for you to be there for your children. So it's very, very important to look after your mental health. And if you feel the environment that you're in and the relationship that you're in is toxic to you, it's okay, you can leave. Because if you remain in that toxic relationship saying it's for the child, you'll end up being toxic to yourself and you'll start hating yourself, being toxic to your partner and even your child. Because imagine this child is there and they're experiencing all these struggles, and on a mom na daddy wakigombana each and every time, and it's because of you. You hear that child being told, unajua kama haungezaliwa, I will not be with your mom. Kama haungezaliwa, I will not have been with your dad. So you start making that child feel as if yeye ndio the cause of that problem and that misunderstanding in the family, which becomes toxic to them. Another reason as to why people become single parents is rejection. I myself am a product of that, and by rejection I mean you're impregnated by someone and they have made it very clear to you that I am not raising this child. They are not part of my life and I am not taking any responsibility. And you know, you can never force someone to take responsibility, because if you force them, they will stick around but they won't do anything. So what's the need of them being there? And that happens to very, very many ladies, especially with the ladies who become moms in their teenagehood. It also happens to men, where you impregnated a woman, she decided to keep the pregnancy, and then after she gives birth, she decides, mimi nilibeba mimba na nikaza, but now it's no longer kazi yangu, and they hand over the child to the male for them to raise that child. And it is okay. All these people are single parents, they have their own struggles that they are going through, and we need to be there for them and appreciate them for who they are. So next time when you're judging someone for being a single parent, please try and find out why they are a single parent. Don't just go out there and start talking about how, Mimi, I cannot date single dads, I cannot date single moms. You do not know what made them that which you're saying you cannot date. I think it's time for us to be learned, educated, and be aware of the things that are happening around in our society and everything that we are going through. I will be bringing different people. They will be sharing their journeys, and at some later point, some later date, I'm going to share my story and everything that happened. And I feel like, especially the people who give birth when they're young, in their teen, in their when they're in school, most of the time they're judged, and people make them feel hopeless and make them feel as if they do not have a future and they cannot ever make it in life. No, don't think it has ended there. Sisi tuko, tumesurvive, tumekuja this far, so don't give up. We're here to support you, we're here to support each other. Share whatever you feel you have in your heart and bring it out. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this. Please comment down below what you'd love to hear more about parenting, about single motherhood, single parenting. Please subscribe, share, and comment. Let's learn together. Let's be there for each other and for our children, and let's have us healthy parenting and a joyous, fun parenting. See you on the next one.